Alright, Jenn from McCreath here. 4 days ago, I previewed the WTA Wimbledon draw. It's now Thursday night, July 1st, 2021. And the second round is complete. We are down to the final 32. And as I predicted, the WTA was going to be a lot more tougher to predict than the ATP. Let's see how I did. I had questions about Barty, but she did come through her first two rounds. Then you get into that section with all those so-called dark horse picks. Vandeweghe, Kostyuk, Sevastova, Krejcikova. The big news, Konta couldn't play. COVID-19 exposure protocols. Should have got vaccinated, girl. You could have won Wimbledon this year, Konta, but no. You didn't get your vaccine shot, and you got or I don't think she did. So if I'm wrong, I apologize. Big opportunity lost. Konta out of the draw. Lucky loser in, which meant Siniakova did not have to play Konta in the first round. She got to play a lucky loser, and she dispatched her 6-love, 6-1. Sorry, Wang Yafine. Nice try, but... And Vandeweghe got by Gvortseva. Siniakova did beat Vandeweghe. Barty... You're a great player. You're one in the world. As I said 3 or 4 days ago, clearly the best player in the world, but you haven't had the results on grass. You don't have the experience on grass. Siniakova has a really good shot at taking you out. Sevastova, I hinted that she might have a chance here, and she did. She got by Diaz. Kostyuk, as I said, would beat the seed Bertens, and it was Sevastova over Kostyuk. And it's Krejcikova, the French Open champ, 2 wins on grass. Krejcikova and Siniakova are doubles partners. There's a chance they could meet in the 4th round. Krejcikova will play Sevastova. Siniakova will play Barty. I'm actually leaning Siniakova to come through all of that. Can you imagine? Krejcikova wins the French Open and then Siniakova wins Wimbledon. Wow. Still, you can never count Barty out. I just think it's here's a chance for Barty. You want to prove that you really are the best player in the world. You're going to have to go through some very good grass court players over the next few days. Azarenka lost to Cirstea. Cirstea, there's an example. I was talking in my last video about the value of playing warm-up events on grass. Cirstea, deep run in the tune-up events, beat the wild card first round. Got by Azarenka in a tough 3-setter. Here's a shocker now. Kontaviet out first round of Vondrousova, and then Vondrousova out second round to wildcard Raducanu. Raducanu is a British wildcard. Beat Diachenko 6 in love and beat Vondrousova 2 and 4. I thought she was from Romania. It's a Romanian name, and now she will play a Romanian Cirstea. Halapu? I don't know. I'm going to take Cirstea there. Kaskina, Ostapenko. That tough section played out, and it is Ostapenko. Ostapenko dismantled the Canadian Fernandez. Kaskina over Tig. And then Ostapenko beat Kaskina 8-6 in the 3rd. I had concerns about Andreescu. She went down in flames. Cornet kicked her ass 2-1. Tomljanovic over Minen and Tomljanovic over Cornet. I don't know what it is with Ostapenko. It's not like she's got an overwhelming game, but she just finds ways to win tennis matches. And when she's hot, look at that French Open a couple years ago. Tomljanovic, you're in trouble, girl. I mean, I think Ostapenko is into that quarter. I think she'll beat Tomljanovic. She'll beat Cirstea or Raducanu. Again, Barty, Siniakova, Sevastova, Krejcikova. It's a toss-up. Ostapenko's on a roll. The bookies in Vegas have her pegged at like 13-1 now. They do have Barty as a favorite there. Yeah. Who did I pick to win this? Yeah, I picked Kerber. That's the good news. Kerber's still alive, and she's on page 2. So let's see how she's doing there. Big surprise. Serena Williams falls and gets injured early in her first round match. 3 games all. First set, falls down and gets hurt. Plays a few more points, falls again, and quits. Sasnovich wins 3-3, retire. Right there, your one of your big favorites is out. Sasnovich is a good grass court player, and she got through Habino in the second round. Kerber took out Stojanovic. Struggled, as I suggested she may, with Tormo, but she got the job done. 3 hours and 20 minutes to get by Tormo. Kerber's still alive, and I think she'll beat Sasnovich, and I'm still going to pick Kerber to win the tournament. The seeds, Bencic out first round to Juvan. I said Bencic can be really hot or really cold. She was really cold. Juvan came through that section. She got by Burrell, who beat Perez. That's a bit of a surprise. Goff, seeded this year, beat Jones and Vesnina. Francesca Jones. I did not realize this. She was only born with 4 fingers on each hand, and I think 3 toes or something. That's a very unique story, that she was able to deal with that, and she can still play great tennis without having all the fingers. I mean, stuff like that's really impressive and encouraging, and it was great to see her out there. She gave Goff a really good match. Vesnina, the mom, is back after a couple years off. Beat a good player in Trevisan. Couldn't quite measure up to Goff. Juvan, you beat Burrell, you beat Bencic. I don't think you're gonna beat Goff, but I'm still gonna take Kerber over Goff. Svitolina, I had concerns about her, and she went down in flames. Magda Linette coming through that section. Anisimova, bit of a disappointing loss there. We had another lucky loser in there. Lesia Serenko qualified but pulled out of the tournament. I'm not sure why. That got another mom, Perankova, in there, but she lost to Putintseva. But it was Badosa who came through that section. The seed, Badosa, 30 seed. Svitolina beat Vanu Vank, barely. Linette. I'm going to take Linette over Badosa. Muchova got by Zhang Shui. That's a bit of a surprise for me. I thought Zhang would go deep. Muchova, semi-finalist at the Aussie, but hasn't done much since. Now she's got 2 wins, including one over Georgie, who's had a great grass court season. But look out, Pavlyuchenkova's on a roll. Bogdan 2-2, Kristina Pliskova 3-3. Pavlyuchenkova, the veteran, I think she'll take Muchova. I think she'll take Linette or Badosa. Pavlyuchenkova, what a story. Is she 30 years old? She's been around forever. Makes the French Open finals. But she's not here to have a letdown at Wimbledon. I think she's going into that quarter. And I'm going to call Kerber over Pavlyuchenkova. Back to page 1. Ostapenko. Who do we pick initially? That's the one. That's the page I wouldn't pick. I'm going to say Siniakova and Ostapenko in that quarter. I'm really leaning Ostapenko now. I was going to say Siniakova. I'm still picking Kerber though. See what I mean? It's very difficult to predict this stuff. Yeah. If I had money, I would have bet on Kerber. She's still in the tournament. She was 40-1 at the beginning. Now I believe she's 17-1. I still like her chances. Page 2. No, yeah. Bottom half of the draw. Karolina Pliskova's got through Zidansek and Vekic. Very good. I'm impressed. Risk, as I predicted, went down in flames. Martinkova, nice wins into the 3rd round. Pliskova got by Vekic. Maybe this will be Pliskova. We said she couldn't win the big one. Here's your chance. You got a nice draw. Here's where I really went down in flames. I picked Kvitova to make the semis, and she went out first round. Sloane Stephens, though, very tough first round opponent. Former U.S. Open champ. 3-4 for Stephens. Maybe it'll be Stephens. Watson also lost. Christy On in as a lucky loser, 8-6 in the third. But then Stevens got by On. Ludmila Samsonova surprised everyone with a couple of wins last week. Well, she got through her 2 matches, Canopy and Pegula. Very impressive, Samsonova. Again, Stevens is one of those streaky players. She can be very good or she can be very terrible. I'm still not sold on her. I mean, Samsonova's, the bookies got her at 17-1 now. I just can't put, I don't see Samsonova handling the pressure of Wimbledon. I'm going to go Pliskova. Kenin went out. I said that was an issue there. Qualifier Xinyu, Wang Xinyu took her out 4-2. Brangle 10-8 over McHale, and then Brangle dismantled Kenin. Another surprise, Golubic 11-9 over Kudermetova in the third set in the first round. Danielle Collins got through her first match, but Golubic beat her 2-0. My goodness. Maddie Keys over Swan. Davis over Burge. But then Keys over Davis. Mertens beat Dart and Zhu. Keys and Mertens are playing amazing tennis, and now they run into each other. Whoever wins that's going to the quarterfinals and maybe the semifinals. I just don't think Brangle and Golubic have the consistency. I'm going to take Keys over Mertens. I'm going to take Keys over Brangle. And I'm going to take Keys over Pliskova. I'm putting Keys in the semis. Bottom page, bottom quarter. Sabalenka was a big focus of my previous video. Got by Nicolescu and Bolter. Now she's got Serrano. What a story. From nowhere to... Serrano was ranked 300 in the world at the beginning of the year. She's made some deep runs on the clay. Showed up at the Wimbledon qualies, won 3 matches on grass, and now she's taken out Kalinskaya and seeded player Alejandrova. She's definitely on a roll, playing some great tennis, but I don't think she can get by Sabalenka. As predicted, Rabakina dismantled Mladenovic 4-love. Claire Liu, qualifier, 9-7 in the third over Doi. Rabakina took care of her though. Rabakina really playing good. Zachary could not survive Rogers. Shelby Rogers, a really good grass court player. Rogers Rabakina is going to be a tough match, too tough to call. But I still think this is Sabalenka's opportunity, but it could very well be Shelby in there. Muguruza won her first 2 matches with ease. On Jabeur, a dangerous floater. Jabeur Muguruza, tough third round match. I didn't like Martic's chance, and she went out to Begu. Swiatek has won. She got through Shea Sway. Good work. And Zvonareva. Swiatek's a bit of a wild card here. We don't really know what she's going to do, but it's tough to bet against her. I think she'll take out Begu. Jabeur Muguruza. Oh, that's so tough. I'm leaning Jabeur. Just more the consistency. Muguruza has won Wimbledon, but she hasn't been very consistent. Jabeur. I'm not sold on Swiatek on grass yet. I'm going to put Jabeur in the quarters. Sabalenka, Jabeur. Maybe that'll be where Sabalenka falls down. I don't know. Who did I pick? Keys. Sabalenka, Rogers, Jabeur. Like I said, Kerber's going to win the tournament, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, Kvitova. I don't know what happened there. Surprising. But yeah, like I said, the WTA is totally up in the air. Anyone can win this thing. But it's been a lot of fun to watch. Again, people falling and getting hurt has been a trend. I don't think I've seen this many people fall on the grass and get hurt. They're saying, well, it's because they forgot how to play on grass. They didn't play on grass last year. Federer said it's no different than, I mean, there's a guy that's played 20 Wimbledons. He's like, I don't see anything wrong with the surface. It's the same grass that I always remember. So don't slide on grass. You're going to twist your ankle. It's not clay. Don't slide on hard courts either. I don't know why they do that. Very sad and disappointing that we're not seeing serve and volley tennis. One of the commentators, I think it was Cliff Drysdale, was talking about how the rackets are getting bigger and the players are getting more muscular. And it's not appropriate to serve and volley anymore. A serve and volley game will no longer work on grass at Wimbledon. I think that's really sad, because I love watching the play at the net. It's what made guys like Sampras and Becker and Edberg so great. I saw Felix come to the net a lot today, and when he came to the net, he won those points. The baselines are starting to get worn out, though. Court 17 especially. I don't know, maybe they played a lot more matches there. A lot of fun. Like I said, don't take my picks too seriously, but it's fun to be able to say, I told you. Kvitova, you let me down, girl. But yeah, Kerber, Djokovic, my 2 picks. I can't remember the last time where both of my picks were still alive into the 3rd round, so there you go. We'll check in again later in the tournament.